Hi, this is Kevin Hildebrand, and I would like to share some information about my partita on Lord, Keep Us Steadfast in Your Word. A little bit of background on writing this piece. I was commissioned by St. Paul's Lutheran Church in Council Bluffs, Iowa, to write this piece in honor of the 80th birthday of their organist, Dr. J. Gordon Christensen. Dr. C, as he's affectionately known, is a real class act, a good friend, and I was honored to be able to participate in celebrating his birthday this way. And what better way for an organist to celebrate a birthday than to have music written that other organists can use and play at their congregations. I really love partitas both as a performer and as a composer because of the variety of options there are in the various movements. So there's something for everyone in there, whether they be a little more accessible or a little less accessible that might require a little more work, or things that are very sight readable. Hopefully a good partita has something for everyone in there. So I would like to demonstrate two contrasting movements of this piece. First, the canon movement, where the right hand begins, it has the melody and then accompanied by harmony in intervals of a fourth. Then the left hand comes in canon, and there's a simple pedal point in the pedal. And then finally, the toccata movement with a broken chord pattern in the manuals, and then the melody is in long notes in the pedal. So here's two contrasting movements, canon and then toccata. Thanks for watching and listening, and I hope this music can be helpful for you too.
Hi, my name is Sondra Tucker, and I'd like to thank you for joining me in reviewing my handbell composition, The Church is One Foundation. It's arranged for 2 to 3 octave handbells. It's a level 2 piece and uses optional hand chimes. My arrangement sets 3 stanzas of the hymn with some connective material. It has lyrical inner lines that help you practice your legato with your handbell choir, and it's suitable for Reformation and for general worship for all seasons of the year. Thanks very much for your time.
I'm Melvin Machemer, the Children's Choir Editor for Concordia Publishing House. Today, I would like to briefly share some insight on the 6 settings for Reformation contained in the Concordia Children's Choir book, Volume 2. David Van Kampen's setting of A Mighty Fortress is Our God provides a fresh approach to this familiar hymn. This very accessible setting features unison and 2-part singing with a piano accompaniment that provides serenity. Even though we hear the scowling of the devil, we tremble not, because with Christ we know one little word can fell him.
The old
catechetical hymn, Lord, Help Us Ever to Retain, set to an original tune, Tender Youth by Jacob Weber, is a must for any children's choir. This tune, sung in unison, in canon, and with an optional descant, provides a gripping melody, allowing our tender youth to retain Luther's doctrine plain. The hymn, Built on a Rock, contains a unique setting by Melvin Machemer. The motion of the piano keeps us traversing the ups and downs of our life as we await the peace that Christ will give. Unison and two-part singing join with a beautiful flute part to bring this text to life. Entrust Your Days and Burdens by Stephen R. Johnson provides a beautifully flowing setting of the tune Sufficientia, providing the perfect vehicle for students and adults alike to feel the love and care that Christ has for us. This piece can be sung in two parts or unison with piano. The hymn, I Want to Walk as a Child of the Light, has become very popular in many churches and really appeals to children. This fun setting by William Brusick features accessible two-part singing along with an energetic piano accompaniment. Finally, Philip Gehring has provided a setting in 3 sections of the hymn, With High Delight Let Us Unite. Looking back to the Baroque period of Bach, this piece begins with an elongated aria highlighting the unison melody of the first stanza. A straightforward recitative presents the second stanza, and the concluding choral section can be sung in two parts or melody only, bringing the piece to a close. Any of these sections can easily be used individually within the singing of the congregational hymn if desired. Optional parts for oboe, strings, and continuo are also available. I pray that these pieces will be a blessing to your children and to your congregation as well.